favorite. Well, sports is next on News Channel 3 at 11.
The Major League Baseball draft is over. 4 more players with local connections were selected today. In fact, we'll hear from a former Ashley Screaming Eagle.
A boat based out of Wilmington landed the biggest marlin this afternoon at the annual Big Rock Blue Marlin Tournament in Morehead City. Now, it seemed to take all day, but Real Pleasure, with a late arrival at the dock, had their marlin weigh in at 451 pounds on the 3rd day of the tournament. Real Pleasure is 4th place overall, but they're the leader in the inaugural outboard division. Jeff Kenyo is the boat captain. John Dixon is the boat owner. Your 1st place marlin overall is a 680-pounder that was caught on Monday. It took 3 days, and it is finally over. In fact, the last 30 rounds of the Major League Draft all took place earlier today. There are 40 rounds altogether. And at this time, we want to recap the draft from a local standpoint. We actually have more than our fair share of locals this year.
E.J. Jenkins is a speedster, and he's one of the fastest players in the entire draft. He has extremely quick hands, and the West Columbus senior was the first player from the Cape Fear region selected this week.
With the 45th selection of the 2015 MLB Draft, the Texas Rangers select Eric Jenkins, an outfielder from West Columbus High School, Cerro Gordo, North Carolina.
At first, I was getting nervous as it got late in the first round, and I didn't hear my name called. So then in the high 2nd round, I kind of figured that I was going to get picked by the Texas Rangers.
5 UNCW Seahawks were drafted, 2 were selected on Tuesday. Relief pitcher Jordan Ramsey was picked in the 7th round by Cincinnati. The Reds also drafted UNCW outfielder Zach Shields. Zach was nabbed in the 10th round. The Atlanta Braves chose Seahawk pitcher Evan Phillips in the 17th round on Wednesday afternoon. Shortly after that, the San Diego Padres picked pitcher Nick Monroe in the 21st. While Seahawk pitcher Will Shepley goes in the 31st to the Baltimore Orioles. Round 36 is the landing spot for former Ashley High School Screaming Eagle Trevor Kelley. The UNC Tar Heel relief pitcher had a dynamic senior season in Chapel Hill. Kelley was drafted by the Boston Red Sox.
Trevor, congratulations. We just drafted you, and the only thing I could make out was thank you, and I just started crying just because it was just a surreal moment. Being drafted by the Red Sox is a dream come true. I couldn't be any happier. I'm really excited to get started with the Red Sox.
And I don't blame you, and I want to mention 2 former Wilmington Sharks as well. Former Shark Alex Luna was picked in the 10th round by Kansas City, and former Shark John Olzak was selected in the 21st round by Milwaukee. Meanwhile, the Sharks played on the road tonight up in Virginia, and this one belongs to the Sharks. They win 12-5 over Martinsville. Hunter Smith picked up the win on the mound. He is a former East Columbus Gator and a former Whiteville Wolfpack. Yesterday, folks, on Twitter, the folks who manage the UNCW basketball account put out an interesting tweet. In essence, without listing them, the tweet said there are now 9 Division I head basketball coaches with ties to UNCW. Shortly after that, I put out a tweet requesting for someone to name them all. It took a while, but we have a winner, and it is Hoggard head coach Brett Queen. He replied to the tweet with all of the correct answers. Coach number 9 is Matt McMahon, who was named head coach yesterday at Murray State. And it was kind of neat to see John Calipari's name on that list. Meanwhile, Game 4 of the NBA Finals is set for Thursday night. The Cleveland Cavaliers lead the series 2-1. Cleveland won by 5 points last night in regulation. The first 2 games both went to OT. The series is more than just LeBron versus Steph, but I have to admit that is a large part of the appeal. And I've been glued to the TV on this one. I'm not alone, though. Ratings are up. Daniel and Mackenzie, I think we'll all be watching Game 4 tomorrow at 9 on WWAY.
Yes, we will. Thank you.